Hello, fellow travellers. Let's journey together to a real Tuscan treasure. Imagine a city nestled between rolling green hills and the sparkling Ligurian Sea. This is Lucca, one of Italy's most enchanting and well-preserved towns. It's not as famous as Florence or Siena, and honestly, that's a big part of its charm. Life here moves at a gentler pace. When you arrive, the first thing you'll notice is its massive tree-lined walls. These aren't ancient crumbling ruins. They are a wide, beautiful park that wraps the entire old city in a warm, protective embrace. It's a perfect introduction to a city that values its history and tranquility. The atmosphere inside Lucca's walls is simply magical. The city is a maze of narrow cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards and lovely little squares, or piazze. Because most car traffic is restricted, the main sounds you'll hear are the cheerful chatter from cafes, the ringing of bicycle bells, and the distant melody of church bells. It really feels like you've stepped back in time, but with all the comforts of today. People are out enjoying life, sipping their coffee or taking a leisurely stroll. It's a city made for people, not for cars. This human scale makes Lucca incredibly friendly and easy to explore on foot or by renting a bike. Lucca's economy is a fascinating blend of old and new traditions. For centuries, the city thrived on the silk trade. Today, tourism is a major part of its lifeblood. Visitors come from all over the world to experience its unique charm. But Lucca is not just a tourist town, it's a living, breathing community. You'll find skilled artisans in small workshops, creating beautiful leather goods, ceramics and jewellery. The surrounding countryside is also vital. The hills around Lucca produce some of Tuscany's finest olive oil and wine. These local products are a source of great pride and an important part of the local economy. However, like many historic Italian cities, Lucca faces modern challenges. While tourism provides many jobs, they can often be seasonal. Creating stable, year-round employment for its young people is a constant focus. The city works to attract new businesses without spoiling its historic character. On the education front, Lucca offers a solid system of public schools. For higher education, students often travel to the nearby University of Pisa or the University of Florence. However, Lucca is home to the IMT School for Advanced Studies, a prestigious research university that draws scholars from around the globe, adding a vibrant intellectual energy to the city. To really appreciate Lucca, it helps to understand its rich history. The city's story begins with the Romans, who founded it in 180 BC. You can still see their influence in the grid-like pattern of the streets in the city centre. The famous Piazza dell'Anfiteatro was built directly on the foundations of a Roman amphitheatre, and its unique oval shape perfectly preserves the outline of the ancient arena. For centuries, Lucca was an independent republic. It managed to stay free from the grasp of its powerful neighbours, like Florence, for almost 500 years. This long period of independence helped shape Lucca's proud and resilient character. This independence is a key part of Lucca's identity. The city was a powerful player in the Middle Ages, thanks to its silk trade and banking. Lucca's merchants were some of the wealthiest in Europe. They built tall towers inside the city walls as symbols of their power and prestige. While many have since been torn down, a few remain, offering a glimpse into that competitive past. The city was later ruled by Napoleon's sister, Elisa Bonaparte, who left her own mark on its architecture and culture. This long and varied history has left Lucca with a wealth of art and architectural styles, from Romanesque churches to Renaissance palaces. Lucca is also known as the City of 100 Churches, and you'll see why as you wander its streets. It feels like there's a beautiful church around every corner, each with its own story and treasures. But Lucca's most famous son is not a saint or a ruler. He's a composer. Giacomo Puccini, who wrote world-famous operas like La Bohème and Madama Butterfly, was born right here in 1858. You can visit his childhood home, which is now a museum. His spirit is everywhere in the city. Every evening you can attend concerts of his music, ensuring that his beautiful melodies continue to fill the Lucchese air. The city's cultural life is incredibly vibrant and goes far beyond its classical roots. Lucca is famous for its fantastic festivals. The Lucca Summer Festival attracts major international rock and pop stars who perform in the stunning setting of Piazza Napoleone. Then, in the fall, the city transforms for Lucca comics and games. This is one of the world's largest comic book and gaming conventions. The entire city becomes a stage, with thousands of fans dressed in elaborate costumes, celebrating modern pop culture. This mix of ancient history, classical music and modern fun is what makes Lucca so unique and exciting. Your exploration of Lucca should begin with its most defining feature, the city walls. Completed in the 17th century, these massive brick walls were built to defend the city, but they were never actually used for war. Today, they serve a much more peaceful purpose. The top of the walls is a wide 2.5-mile-long park, perfect for a walk or a bike ride. As you circle the city, you'll get wonderful views of the rooftops, church towers, and the mountains beyond. It's the best way to get your bearings and soak in the city's relaxed atmosphere. It's where the locals go for their evening passeggiata or stroll. From the walls, head into the heart of the city to discover the Piazza dell'Anfiteatro. This amphitheatre square is one of Italy's most beautiful public spaces. The tall, colourful buildings that line the square were built into the remains of the original Roman amphitheatre. There are 4 gateways that lead into the centre, marking the ancient entrances. The piazza is now filled with outdoor cafes and restaurants. It's a wonderful place to sit with a cappuccino and watch the world go by. Imagine the gladiators who once fought where you are now, sipping your drink. It's a direct link to Lucca's ancient past. No visit to Lucca is complete without seeing its magnificent churches. The Duomo di San Martino, or Lucca Cathedral, is a must-see. Its facade is a masterpiece of sculpture, with each column uniquely decorated. Inside, you'll find incredible artworks, including the Volto Santo, a revered wooden crucifix said to have been carved by Nicodemus. Another important church is the Basilica of San Frediano, famous for the stunning 13th century mosaic on its facade. And don't miss the Church of San Michele in Foro, built on the site of the ancient Roman Forum. Its incredibly detailed facade is topped with a huge statue of the Archangel Michael. For the best view of the city, you need to do some climbing. Head to the Torre Ginigi, a tower that is famous for the oak trees growing on its top. It was built by a wealthy silk merchant family in the 14th century. After climbing the 230 steps, you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking panoramic view of Lucca's red-tiled roofs, its many towers, and the surrounding Tuscan landscape. Another great climb is the Torre del Or, or Clock Tower. It's the tallest tower in Lucca, and you can see its historic clock mechanism on your way to the top. From up there, you can truly appreciate the beauty and layout of this remarkable city. After all that walking and climbing, you'll be ready for some delicious Tuscan food. Lucca's cuisine is simple, hearty, and uses fresh, local ingredients. A must-try local specialty is tordelli lucchesi, a type of ravioli filled with meat and served with a rich meat sauce. Another local favorite is zuppa di farro, a healthy and delicious soup made with spelt, beans and vegetables. Of course, you'll want to sample the local olive oil, which is some of the best in Italy. Drizzle it on a piece of crusty bread and you'll be in heaven. And don't forget to try buccellato, a sweet anise-flavoured bread with raisins that is a symbol of the city. For a great meal, you have plenty of options. For a traditional and authentic experience, try Trattoria da Leo. It's a lively, family-run place that is always packed with locals and serves classic Lucchese dishes. Another excellent choice is Osteria Baralla, one of the oldest restaurants in Lucca, known for its historic atmosphere and delicious food. When it comes to finding a place to stay, Lucca offers everything from charming bed and breakfasts to elegant hotels. Hotel Ilaria is a wonderful option, located right by a city gate with lovely views of a canal. For something truly special, consider Albergo San Martino, a cozy hotel just steps away from the cathedral. Lucca is full of fun facts and little surprises. The city is often called the City of 100 Churches, but it's also nicknamed the City of Music because of Puccini. The trees on top of the Guinigi Tower are holm oaks, and they were planted as a symbol of rebirth and renewal. Another curiosity is the labyrinth carved into one of the pillars of the Duomo. It's a small but fascinating detail that reminds us of the pilgrims who have passed through Lucca for centuries. These little discoveries are part of what makes exploring the city so rewarding. It's a place that invites you to slow down and notice the small details. In the end, Lucca captures the heart of Tuscany. It's a city that balances its incredible history with a lively modern spirit. It offers the beauty of Florence without the overwhelming crowds. Here you can rent a bike and ride on top of Renaissance walls, listen to a Puccini aria in the church where he was baptized, and enjoy a fantastic meal in a square that was once a Roman amphitheatre. Lucca is not just a place to see, it's a place to experience. It's a friendly, welcoming city that invites you to become part of its story. So, on your next trip to Italy, be sure to set aside a few days to discover the timeless charm of Lucca. You'll be glad you did. Happy travels.